Hi, and welcome to an episode of the Arizona Lottery Gives Back storytelling series, where everyday Arizonans share short stories about the moment that changed their lives. These shows are meant to make you feel a little more connected to your community and to the nonprofits and programs the lottery supports that make life richer in Arizona for all of us. This story is about parenting, celebrating the Arizona Lottery's commitment to health and human services, and in particular, their support of foster children across Arizona.
Oh, motherhood. When we think about it, it just seems so magical. But honestly, truth talk, when you're in the trenches, it is not magical at all. Now let's go back to when my son was in 7th grade. I could not for the life of me get him to pass math, not even a test. And it came down to where he had to go to math camp that summer in order to be able to graduate the next year. During this time, we were like this. There was nothing that we could come together on, and it made life so stressful. On top of that, I was working at the newspaper. I had a new shift early in the morning where I would carpool at 6 in the morning with my sister, and then my husband would pick me up later in the day with the kids. So one afternoon, my husband comes, picks me up with the kids, and I had had a day. And I got in the car, and here the kids are talking about their days and the drama that went on, and I just wasn't having it. I said, you know what I need? I need a pitcher of margaritas. Just get me a pitcher of margaritas, and I will suck it down with a straw. I need margaritas right now. I got home, finished the day, we all went to bed. The next day, I'm in the car, in the freeway, in the fast lane driving with my sister, and I get a call from the school nurse, the summer school nurse, from my son at math camp. And my first thought, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, what did that boy do now? Oh my gosh. So she calls me and she said, Mrs. Murillo, D'Angelo, it appears he has broken his arm. And I said, what? And she goes, yeah, it appears he has broken his arm. Here, let me let you talk to him. So he got on the phone and he goes, Mommy, my arm's like Harry Potter. It just like flops. And I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. And the nurse got back on the phone and she said, what would you like me to do? And I stopped and I said, I'm thinking like, oh, give him Tylenol. And my sister who's driving, she said, call an ambulance, call him an ambulance. And I go, yes. Oh my God, yes, call an ambulance. So we turn the car around and we head over to the hospital, and I have massive mom guilt. Like, oh my gosh, the last thing I said to my baby was, you better do good in math camp today. And then part of me's like, how do you break your arm in math camp? Anyway, that's another story. He wanted to be a WWE wrestler. I guess he wasn't cut out for it. We get to the hospital and D'Angelo is sitting there shivering because he does not want painkillers because he's afraid to get a shot. He did not like shots. And I told him, I said, Mijo, you have to get pain medicine. You can't go on with a broken arm with no pain medicine. So he agreed to let they get injected. He takes the painkiller and we all let out a sigh of relief, like, okay, he's gonna be okay. They're taking x-rays, it's all fixable. And I look over at him and he's taking in the medicine, and then the nurse tells me, oh my gosh, it's Crafty Chica. I watch you on Channel 12 every Wednesday morning. I love your crafts. And I'm like, wow, thank you. And then D'Angelo, who is now hopped up on the medicine, says, my mommy loves margaritas. Just get her a pitcher of margaritas and she will suck it down with a straw. And I can't believe what he just told all of the nurses, because that was the conversation he heard the night before, and he was hopped up on drugs and he had no filter. And every time he went to open his mouth, I was terrified at what other things he was going to misinterpret that we said within the privacy of our house to tell all of these people who watched me on TV. So every time he went to talk, I said, oh, D'Angelo, how are you feeling? Or I'd say, oh, I would just do anything to get in and change the subject. He did get a couple more in there. My mommy cries when we don't do the dishes. Anyway, I got him shut down, relaxed. We got him home, put him to bed, all was well. I had major mom guilt just from the whole experience, especially the ambulance part. And the next day he's home from school, and I asked him, I said, D'Angelo, what can I do to make you feel better? Like, I'm so sorry the way all of that happened. How are you feeling? And he looked up at me and he said, I want to go with you to the Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle screening tonight. And I knew it was a rated R movie, but I didn't know why it was a rated R movie, the exact details. So I said, yes, come with me to the movie. So we go to Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Yeah, it has a lot of good reasons for being rated R. The whole movie, I'm blocking his eyes, trying to block his ears, accidentally hitting his broken arm. And the next day, to try again to fix my mom emergency, I took him with me to the actual interview of the actors, and we told them about the whole day. They high-fived him and they said, good job, you pulled that off. As for me, I went home, and yes, that weekend I had a pitcher of margaritas. And I would say the lesson I took away from this was that there is no right or wrong with parenting. It's like you follow your intuition, you do the best that you can. And I learned to go easy on myself, because how do you prepare for things that you don't know? Except I do know now to call an ambulance if anyone breaks their arm.